Well, I've just gotten back from riding the electric scooter with Insta360 1RS camera mounted on the front, and cruising along a recreation trail. We should be able to watch video of that obviously, but as we scrub the video timeline, I think that will illustrate well our progression as we slide the slider along in our video editing software. So yep, I've just done that. The memory card is out of the camera. I've just put it into my reader, and I'm just going to plug the reader into the computer now, and we should see that show up on the bottom left there somewhere. Down here somewhere. There it is. Let's click that, and here's our camera thumb drive here. This is all our video footage. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, it's getting dark out there right now. Anyway, so that's okay. It's HD, I believe it's 60 frames per second. Yes. So I'm going to get a copy of all of that. We should have about 6 recordings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these LRVs, they are low resolution versions of the main video files. The camera produces these low resolution files for the purpose of proxy clips. We'll get into proxy clips as we progress through the video, but for now let's just get a copy of all of this, and I'll put it into my folder that I created earlier, and it's going to go in here somewhere. It's going to go in here. That might take a little while. 12 files. We'll just let that run and do its thing, and we'll be right back. Right, shortly we'll be looking at adding another proxy profile in the Kdenlive app, but before we move on to that, I just need to explain that my instructions are going to apply only to the app that is not what do you call it, not an app image version of Kdenlive, and not a flat pack. So when I installed Kdenlive, I basically went to the Discover. Some Linux distributions might call this, I don't know, Software Manager or something rather. I'm running Kubuntu. They seem to call it Discover here. So I've installed Kdenlive from here. Let's just search for that. You see, this is the one where my mouse is here. You've got, you can see there it says remove. So I installed this from here, but I made sure that it was not a snap version or app image version or anything like that. The reason is I need to get to some of the files within the distribution of the app. By using this app, this version, I can easily get to the files that I need to. These other systems, snaps and app images, yeah, I'm sure you can do it. You can use some of my information to figure those things out for yourself, but if you just grab this version, this is just old school how things used to be how things used to be installed on Linux. Just grab that and you're not going to have any issue, and then you'll be able to create your extra proxy profiles, which I'll give instruction to straight after this. Alright, so there's all our files that have come off the camera, and you'll have to forgive me, but just off camera I actually deleted 2 files. They were sort of personal videos on there, so I've gotten rid of those. So now we're down to 5 main videos, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then these 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they are the smaller, lighter version of the main files. So these files the camera generates for the purpose of being proxy clips, and proxy clips versions, they help us in the video editing process, and they help speed things up a bit. So here we are, and so I'm using Kdenlive, and I just want to show you in the projects here. If we come into proxy here, and then we turn on proxies here, right, that on, and we go generate for proxies larger than that. I generally just leave this stuff as the default values. And if you come down here, when you install Kdenlive, you generally get this profile here, GoPro. So apparently GoPro generates proxy clips as well, but and you get this one here, Sony, but you don't get any others for other cameras. That's on this current version. I don't know what version we're on now, but so this is the Insta360. These are some profiles that I've created myself. Now there's no actual way of doing that in the GUI excuse me, in the actual app. And so to create that, what you've got to do is, well, first of all, let's study this. So what's happening is the main video files, the high res files, it's going to end in an MP4 there. Let's just hear the suffix, and sorry, here the main video file is going to end in the MP4 suffix, and it's going to be prefixed by the VID in its file name. So it'll be VID blah blah blah, whatever the file name, and then end in .mp4. And then the proxy version, am I recording? The proxy version, that's going to begin in LRV, and then the rest of the file name .mp4. So we've got to create that. Now how do we do that? Well, I'll show you how I do that, and I'll probably put a comment in the description so that you won't have to type all this out. So what you got to do is you go to your main drive of your computer. Mine is here, and you want to look for USR. I think it's USR, the folder USR. Can we see that? There it is there. And then share, there it is there, and then Kdenlive, where are you? There it is there. Okay, and what you're looking for is this file here, externalproxies.rc. So I'm running this is my file manager. I use Dolphin, and I don't want to get sidetracked here, but Dolphin is my preferred file manager because it allows me to edit things easily and enter passwords and things without going to the command line and all that sort of carry on. So basically I just want to open this file. I'm going to open it with Kate. Kate is my text editor. On my other screen. Here it is here. So that's the file that I've opened up, and basically you just, as I say, I'll put this in the comment section of the video. So in this particular video we're going to focus on this one here, Insta360 blah blah blah. These ones here are some other ones that I've been experimenting with. So grab yourself a copy of that line and from the description, open this file, add this to the bottom somewhere, and then save it. And what that's going to do is add that to your Kdenlive app. So you'll probably need to restart the Kdenlive app, and you can see here the file is going to start with The proxy is going to start with LRV, end of the MP4, and then the vid. That's the main file. Going to start with vid and also going to end with MP4, and everything else will be the same. The rest of the file name will be the same. Just follow along and you'll get my gist here. Save it. I'll show you what I mean when I save it in this particular file manager. You see, it asks me to enter a password. Real easy. Some of these other file managers, you can get a bit complicated because it's got you need write privileges and all that sort of carry on. So grab Dolphin if you can and add that line. Cool. Adding that line. Is going to give you this extra profile in your Kdenlive app for the Insta360 camera. Alright, now let's go back to those files. Boy, I haven't been using my computer for some time. Start to forget things. Here we go. And where is it? Down here. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename all these just to make it easier on us. And I use an app called Bulk Rename. So let's start that app. And let's drag all these in there. Let's resize this so that let's minimize that so that we can have two of these up on the screen at the same time. Grab our main video files here. Oops. Let's drag them into there. Let's get this here. Search and replace. And what's on the left is what we're going to search for. What's on the right is what we're going to replace it with. So we're going to search for VID underscore, and we're going to replace that with VID space. So that gets rid of the underscore. Everything else is the same. So let's apply that. So there we are. You can see over here that those files have all been renamed. Now if you look, follow my mouse here, you see this got 00 there, 00, 00, 00, 00, 00. Now what you'll see in the proxy file version, it's got a 01, 01. So these need to be changed to match the corresponding main videos. So let's clear these out of here. I'm not quite sure how we clear those. Like that. Okay, let's grab these and we'll do something similar. Drag these into here, and we need to get rid of the underscore there. So let's go low res version. We're searching for that, and we're going to replace it with low res version and a space. And also remember we need to change these 01s to just 00. How can we do that? Oh, I've not used this for some time. Let's just rename those now as it is. So let's apply that. Okay, so now that's done, let's remove these. No, let's leave it there. Let's get rid of these, and now we're going to search for underscore 01 underscore, and we're going to replace that with underscore 00 underscore, and doing that should match up the middle parts of our video files. Let's apply that. Okay, now let's have a look at our file names and just make sure. So we've all got zeros in there, 54321, 54321, they're all ending in MP4, and the main files are beginning with VID, and the proxy files are beginning with LRV, so that's all great. Okay, so the next thing I'd like to show you is the video that's been generated from the Insta360 1RS camera, and probably many other cameras are going to produce files. In my instance, for the speed and hardware of my computer, those proxy files that are created are just simply not good enough for me to easily make it workable in my editing environment of Kdenlive, and I would just like to show you just how terrible that is. So so just come over to my files over here. I'm going to grab, let me just I just want to quickly see which is my first video. I'm just going to grab one of these files here. Now I'm just going to come up here and check a couple of things. Project settings, proxy, we've got proxy clips on, we're going to generate proxy clips, we're going to enable external proxy clips, which is the proxy clips that are generated by the camera. So let's tick that and make sure we've got our new profile that we've added. Mine's already added, of course, and you should see all this information here. If you haven't got this, you may want to go back and you know, correct something in the proxy profile file. So once you've got all that up, you've confirmed that, you click OK. Now come back over here and grab one of your files. Now as long as this, your main file matches a proxy file with LRV in front of it, of course, we should be able to drag that into our bin folder of Kdenlive, and we'll get a proxy, we'll get the associated proxy clip used. So let's drag this over now. Alright, we should get a P over here to show that we've got the proxy clip. I'm going to say cancel here. Okay, because I want to use the profile. I mean, I've set this project up to use a certain profile, you know, 60 frames per second and all that, and I just want to make sure that it just continues to use that. So there's our proxy there, we've got P there, so we know that that should be using our external proxy, but we just don't want to rely on what we think. Let's get a confirmation of that. So let's right click on there, let's go to clip properties. We've got that ticked already. Let's click on here, and I'm going to get a copy of the file location to the clipboard. I'm going to open up our text editor. It's come across to here. This is just a place where I'm just keeping some notes. I'm going to right click and paste what was on the clipboard. Boom. If we come right over here onto the right, we'll see LRV MP4, which should match up with our main file here, which it does. So we know that this is the proxy clip in the monitor window here. Now this is what I want to show you here, is when I scrub. Scrubbing is the action of sliding your mouse across here. You can see there it's pretty damn slow. I'm actually recording this screen, which is not helping. You know, for the purpose of this video, I'm recording it, so that's not helping, but I can assure you that even with this off, it's not much better. Now, in my book, that's just not good enough. Now, these companies, Insta360, GoPro, I mean, I've created these proxy files, and I'm sure they work on, you know, much better hardware. But for me, my hardware just doesn't cut it. But I've got a way to improve that, and that's what we're going to work on next. So since that's not great, I'm going to remove that from the project. Okay, gone. And now what I'm going to do, I've got an app which I use to convert a better and improved version of the proxy clip, and that's called WinFF. Alright, and I've spent many hours trying to find a profile, or sorry, find FFmpeg commands that will produce a better file for my purpose, so that I can you know, scrub the video timeline a little bit better. So that has to be created. So what I've done, again, I'll post some of the stuff in the description. You come up here, right, you've got the app, you have to install it, of course, WinFF. Come up to here, edit, and go to edit presets, enlarge this window. You'll have to forgive me, I keep checking that I'm recording. Enlarge this window, and you can see that I've got a, where is it? I've got a category here called Kdenlive, and I've got a preset here called MP4 proxy, which I've created. Now you'll have to fiddle around. You'll basically, I think what I done is I think it was this one here, MPEG-4, and then I created a category name here. You see where my mouse is, and then I clicked add/update, and that created another category called Kdenlive, and from there I was able to then create a preset label, MP4 proxy, and you see that here. And this is where the magic happens. This line here, this is FFmpeg. I don't know what you call them. I call them switches, but I see people are calling them flags and other names. This is where the magic happens here. Now, I spent many hours fine-tuning this and experimenting with all kinds of things, and I can tell you that for me, this is the magic bit here. I'm not sure where it starts. Yeah, it starts here where the mouse is. It includes that little dash there. That is where the real magic happens, in my opinion. Putting this to a number 1 at the end compared to any other number wasn't great. So what that 1 is it creates a keyframe of the video that's created, which in our case is going to be the proxy clip. It creates a keyframe for every single frame within the video. You can change that to 10, 20 or whatever that's to suit you, but for me, nothing worked better than good old number 1. And of course you'll need all this stuff here. I did see another switch and some information online, and they had, I think it was a -G instead of all of this, but when I saw this working, I just bailed on everything else and I was happy as, and I just went with this. So again, I'll put this line in the description so you won't have to type it all out, and basically make yourself a profile just as you see it here, and save it. What I've done is, once I've actually got it saved, I actually exported it so that I don't lose it. I've got it in my hard drive forever, and this is what works for me. So what I'm going to, as you can suspect, what I'm about to do is I'm going to take the proxy clips and I'm going to convert them into even better proxy clips. Now I could actually start with the main video instead and generate proxy clips, but that's going to take a lot longer, of course, because the main video files are much larger. So we might as well start from the proxy clips that are created from the camera, and we want to make improved versions of them. So anyway, so get that all happening within your system. Okay, and what you want to do, come over here, grab your proxy clips, drag these into here, select the preset. Sorry, I've got to select the preset. So I'm going to choose the Kdenlive there, and then my preset, there's only one there. My output folder, I'm going to put these files in the same folder. I'm just going to check that box, that'll do that. In the video, I'm going to go 640 by oh no, what was it? I've forgotten. 640 by 360, is it? Just give me a second. Yeah, 640 by 360. Okay, 640 by 360. You can make these other numbers if you want to. Basically, that keeps the ratio the same. I want to keep the frame rate at 60. We're going to leave this blank. Everything else can be blank. And I'm pretty sure that's all I need to do. There. Oh, let's redrag. Sorry, because it complained before, didn't it? We'll grab our proxy files that the camera created. We're going to drag them in here. Okay, there they are there, and then basically I'm going to click convert, and what we're going to get is converted versions. Now come over here, follow my mouse. There we go, there's the first one there, it's got an O. Now you could probably do this step directly from your camera SD card, and anyway, I think you get the picture here. So we're just going to wait. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 files there to do, and I'll come back when that's done. Alright, we've got our new proxy clips that have been generated here. Here they are here, starting with the O. So when it generates these proxy clips, if it finds that the file of the same name is already there, it's going to put this O and an underscore before it. There'll be other situations where it won't do that, of course. Example, you could probably generate those directly from your camera SD card and into another folder, and it'll probably keep the same name. Anyway, so we've got this far, and I'm confident we can get rid of all those other proxy clips that the camera generated. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get rid of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and now what I need to do is get rid of the O and the underscore on these. So again, I'll go back to my bulk rename app, this one here. I will drag these into there, and then I will do some magic over here and rename them. Search and replace. Okay, so I'm going to search for O underscore, and we're going to replace it with nothing. We're going to replace it with emptiness, basically. Does that look right? It looks right to me. Let's apply that. There they are, all renamed. Let's close that. Let's bring this into my other screen. Okay, now back to Kdenlive here. I'll just check my project settings again. Proxy clips, tick, 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 Insta360, it's all good. Right, let's try again. Let's grab, which file was it, number 1 here? That one, let's grab that, drag it in. We should get a P on our thumbnail there. Just tell us we've got a proxy clip. Here we have, let's right click that. Clip properties, that's ticked. Let's come to here, get a copy of the location, go to a text editor, let's paste that in somewhere. There it is there. I've got that pasted in. Let's stretch this out a bit more. And there's our file name there, lrv.mp4, which matches this. Great. Now with a bit of luck, now I don't know if this is going to work particularly well as I'm demonstrating this because I've got the screen recorder on here, but when I scrub this timeline here we should see a much improved visual behavior. So let's go. Yeah, so that's much better. Now I guarantee if I turn this screen recorder off, that'll be much better. So I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm recording on the phone. Let's stop the screen recording. Now when we scrub this line, we should see a much better response. And there you go. Perfect. So that's it, folks. Fair bit of wind. In this test I've got the lapel mic with the little fluffy thingy on it, the little dead cat. And that lapel mic is plugged into the wireless mic, which is in my pocket. And the mic is running up under my shirt. And it's situated just on my chest, the center of my chest, under my jacket. I can hear a fair bit of wind noise hitting my ears. I don't know how it's going to go on the actual footage, but we'll see when we get home. Yeah, I think I've made a major breakthrough today in my own personal endeavour to crack proxy clips. And this sort of video on a track, you can scrub the video line and you can see precisely what's going on quite easily, which is why I've come here.